Welcome to the journey of Rigor Mortis. Yes, we're talking about what happens to your chicken after it's a last club. Let's dive in with us. These are the group members that consist of 6 protocols. After the chicken is slaughtered, its muscles go through big changes that affect the meat's texture. Muscle will briefly relax right after the death. Rigor mortis will occur within 1 to 2 hours. The muscle will be locked up and staying stiff for 4 to 6 hours, depending on the temperature. Lastly, the enzyme will break down the proteins and softening the meat. Fun fact, the meat color depends on how much muscle proteins react to temperature and pH changes. How rigor mortis happen? Step 1. Energy cut off. No blood, no oxygen. Muscles will be switched to emergency mode, pumping out lactic acid. Step 2. ATP runs out. ATP, the muscle's battery, die fast. Without it, muscle fiber lock together and cue the stiffness. Step 3. Rigid chicken mode. The meat stays tough until enzymes break down protein bonds, finally softening it again. ATP is the MVP for tender meat, but when it's gone, stiffness will be take over. Chicken will be picked up at slaughterhouse located at Limbongan Besut. Every 3 hours, we check, measure, and analyze them. One stayed cozy at room temperature and the other one got chilled. This is how the chicken look at each stage. Every 3 hours, we ran tests, pH analysis, water holding capacity, and shear force. The press method was used to analyze water holding capacity. The meat sample was placed between 2 filter papers covered with aluminum foil and pressed with a 2 kg load for 2 minutes. Here are the photos of the chicken during the water holding capacity test. The double arm texture analyzer measures chicken texture including firmness and toughness in raw and cooked strip at 3, 6, and 9 hours. Firstly, cut the previously stored chicken at room temperature and chilled temperature from assigned timestamp into desired shape. The measurement is 3 cm times 1 cm times 1 cm.
Select one abrasive plate prep for texture analyzer and place the chicken strip onto the texture analyzer surface.
Click TA feature and choose Quick Run Sample to analyze the firmness and toughness of both raw and cooked chicken before collecting the data into bar chart to compare the texture at different timestamp 3, 6, and 9 hours. Finally, we're moving on to the pH analysis. 2 grams of each sample was weighed using an analytical balance and duplicated. Sample was then homogenized with distilled water in 1:5 ratio where 2 grams of sample were mixed with 10 ml of distilled water. The homogenized sample was placed in a beaker and the pH electrode was inserted into the sample. pH was recorded once the reading stabilized. The pH measurement were taken and recorded after 3, 6, and 9 hours of rigor mortis for both raw and cooked chicken under room temperature and chilled conditions. From the result, we can conclude that chilled storage slows down the rigor mortis and help maintain the WHC, especially after the 6 hours, while cooked meat loses more water due to heat effects, but chilled conditions still offer an advantageous. The pH changes track rigor mortis progression. At 3 hours, raw sample show lower pH from acid build-up, while cooked sample have higher pH due to protein changes. By 6 hours, raw pH rises as rigor mortis sets, while cooked samples drop slightly. At 9 hours, both raw and cooked samples show higher pH, indicating full rigor and muscle stabilization. At room temperature, the firmness of raw and cooked chicken peaks at 6 hours due to rigor mortis and decreases by 9 hours as proteolysis begins. Condition firmness is higher initially but decreases steadily from 3 to 9 hours due to slower enzymatic activity. While at room temperature, the toughness of raw and cooked chicken peaks at 6 hours due to rigor mortis and decreases by 9 hours as proteolysis softens the muscle. In chilled conditions, raw chicken show a steady decline in toughness from 3 to 9 hours. hours, while cooked chicken peaks at 6 hours before slightly softening by 9 hours. To conclude, onset of rigor mortis begins as ATP depletes, causing muscle stiffness from actin-myosin bonds with lactic acid lowering pH and firming the meat. At peak rigor mortis, ATP is nearly gone and muscles are stiff with locked actin-myosin bonds. The pH stabilizes around 5.5 to 6.0, affecting the meat quality and toughness. Finally, at resolution phase, proteins break down, softening the meat, improving tenderness and flavor, and making it more suitable for processing. And that's a wrap. Thanks for sticking with us. May your chicken always be tender. Bye-bye!